Welcome to this channel. This channel is for education and culture based on historical and scientific evidence. Today, I like to share with you on breathing in Wing Chun, particularly in the 1850s Wing Chun. Now, in the 1850s Wing Chun, there are two types of breathing. The first type is the natural lower abs breathing or natural resonance lower abs breathing. The second type is the reverse breathing. Still a lower abs breathing, but it is a reverse breathing. The natural resonance lower abs breathing is for health purpose. When you're training for health purpose or the aerobic based purpose, you're using this type of breathing, which is the natural lower abs breathing or natural resonance lower abs breathing. In the fighting, you are using the lower abs reverse breathing. So, one need to be careful unless one know both of this breathing and can handle it. One is not even learning the very basic of 1850s Wing Chun or the 1850s 修炼套 sets. This is a truth that it is just this way. That is the standard. Now, the natural lower abs breathing or natural resonance or lower abs breathing is a type of breathing where you just let the body doing the job. It breathes deeply and it expand and contract in a 360-degree manner. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to force it. It is very different than today's. You can see many things there when people take deep breath and force this stomach to blow up, to expand. Those are not the natural resonance lower abs breathing of Wing Chun 1850. Okay. The natural resonance lower abs breathing of the 1850s Wing Chun is you just stand there, the breath surface, it takes place that way. Okay. So it is a natural functions of the body. You just let it surface. However, this type of breathing will never surface if you do the typical 1875 until today's Wing Chun when you do this. The triangle shape, triangle stance, or white horse stance, all the variations of the 1875 platform Wing Chun until today's Wing Chun, none of this stance be able to get into the natural resonance lower abs breathing of the 1850. This is a physiological truth. It is human body. It got nothing to do with which lineage or which grandmaster. For instance, the minute you clamp your knee like that or making a triangle shape like that or tighten up your butt and lifting your anus, those kind of stuff, You are going to breathe with your chest no longer going down to the lower abs. And it cannot go 360-degree breathing. So why is it does 360-degree breathing or lower abs natural resonance breathing? Well, that is because when you do this type of practice with this kind of breathing for help, you actually open up your body. Your rib cage is open up, your internal organ is loosening up so that it be able to help circulations and oxygen intake and so forth. Okay. So for example, when you start your Xiu Tao in 1850, when you do this, that has to get into that state. So in the 1850 Xiu Tao, it never get into this kind of stuff. It is just simple, all natural. Okay. Scientifically, we can actually measure this breathing. So that is critical. Without this type of breathing, you will not be able to get health benefit. And in fact, you're going to cause a lot of problem if you're clamping your knee that way, where you force, or the body force the breathing to be in the chest. Okay, that's not natural. That's actually suffocate oneself. Now, the second type of breathing about fighting. Of course, everybody will love to know this. Well, this is the reverse breathing. So, what is reverse breathing? What is the different with the natural resonance breathing? Well, in the natural resonance low abs breathing, when you stood up, when you inhale, the lower abs, the tummy, is expand and contract 360 degree when you inhale. When you exhale, it is contract back 360 degree. When you inhale, it is expanding. So it's expanding when you inhale. When you exhale, it's contracting. Reverse breathing is different. Reverse breathing is when you inhale, this lower ab is contracting in. When you exhale, the lower abs, the body, and so forth is expanding out. So it's a reverse type of breathing. Okay. Now, the reverse side of the breathing actually is to build up the intra-abdominal pressure to support your core so that you be able to strike out or sprint out. Okay. If you don't have this reverse breathing developed, you will not be able to sprint out, to throw out that punch, or to just dash out with your entire body's momentum. In order to do that, you need to have the reverse breathing. So is it there in Xiu Tao? Yes. For example, in the 1850 Xiu Tao, not in the 1875 platform. Okay. In the 1875 until today, there are none of that these elements there. So in the 1850 Xiu Tao, you have this. Okay. Okay. So this part, right? So this is the part. Of course, you guys all recognize this part, and this part, you probably don't recognize it because there are many changes in 修炼套 today, right? So in this part, so take this part. In the forward breathing or the natural resonance lower abs breathing, inhale, exhale. Just look at my body, okay? Inhale, exhale. I can use strength even. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, okay? This is inhale, exhale. This is natural resonance low abs breathing. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. You look at my body, compare with if I do a reverse breathing. Okay? Say natural resonance breathing. Reverse breathing. You see the difference of the body handling? You see how the reverse breathing speed up the entire thing, sprint out? That is how it is. So the same move, because of the breathing, the function is different. That is how the training is. Okay? So this is what I like to share with you. Again, there are two types of breathing. The natural resonance low abs breathing, where everybody can train, no problem, there's no risk at all. It's good for health. It's loosening up everything. And there's a reverse breathing where you want to sprint out, you want to dash out to deliver that punch, your body. If you want to use it like a rocket to launch out, you need that reverse breathing. Now, however, that reverse breathing is not everybody should train because that deals with your intra-abdominal pressure. You can get hernia, you can get heart issue or blood pressure issue or eyes pressure issue if you do not practice that carefully with a proper instructions. And also, if our body is not supposed to train that, such as people have preconditions, they must not touch those things. Okay? So this is what I like to share with you. This is the reality, the truth. And forget about those Tai Chi, Sao, you have internal. You want real internal, you need to be able to handle this two type of breathing. You want Qi, you need to handle this two type of breathing. Or else, it's just a scam, a snake oil. So, I leave this with you all. You must know the truth. You must know what you can touch, what you do not want to touch, what is proper, what is not proper. Because it is about education.